Welcome back to our channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating pieces of Australian currency, the 1986 50-cent coin. At first glance it may look like just another coin from your change, but some versions of this coin are considered highly collectible and can be worth far more than 50 cents. In this video, I'll show you what to look for, explain why the 1986 issue is so special, and reveal just how much these coins can fetch on the collector's market. If you've got one lying around, you might just be holding onto a hidden treasure. Let's get started. The 1986 50-cent coin is part of Australia's standard dodecagonal or 12-sided 50-cent coin series that began in 1969 after the short-lived round silver 50-cent coin of 1966. The coin is made from a copper-nickel composition weighing 55 grams with a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and its distinct 12-sided edge makes it easy to recognize. On the obverse we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf, which was first introduced in 1985 and used through to 1998. This design portrays the Queen wearing the royal diadem and is one of the most elegant portraits of Her Majesty to appear on Australian coinage. For collectors, this makes the 1986 coin part of an important transitional series in terms of obverse design history. The reverse design of the 1986 50-cent coin features the iconic Australian coat of arms, which showcases the kangaroo and the emu supporting a shield that represents the 6 states of Australia. Above the shield sits a 7-pointed Commonwealth star, and beneath it you'll find the scroll inscribed with the word Australia. This design, created by Stuart Devlin, the Royal Australian Mint's official goldsmith and designer, has been the standard for the 50-cent coin since 1969, making it both instantly recognizable and historically significant. Even though it may look like a common design to the untrained eye, each year's coin carries its own level of scarcity and value, especially when it comes to high-grade examples. In 1986, the Royal Australian Mint produced around 14.9 million standard circulation 50-cent coins. While this number might sound high, it's relatively low compared to other years where mintages reached into the tens of millions. Additionally, the Mint also issued collector coins and mint sets, which means that some 1986 50-cent pieces were never released into circulation and remain in pristine condition within presentation packs. In the context of details, this refers to coins found in mint sets or in grades approaching MS60 and higher, meaning they have very little wear and are highly sought after by serious collectors who prioritize condition above all else. In circulated condition, most 1986 Australian 50-cent coins are worth around their face value or slightly higher to collectors' filling date runs. However, the real value emerges when we look at uncirculated or mint state coins. For example, an MS60 coin might fetch between $3 and $10 depending on demand, while coins in higher grades like MS65 or MS66 can command values from $15 to $40, and even more if graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Proof coins issued in the 1986 Royal Australian Mint sets are worth considerably more, often ranging between $20 and $50. Sometimes higher if the sets remain sealed and untouched since their release. It's also worth noting that the numismatic market can change based on collector demand, rarity of surviving high-grade coins, and even global interest in Commonwealth coinage. The 1986 50-cent coin, while not the rarest of the series, has slowly been gaining traction among collectors because it marks the second year of the Raphael Makhlouf portrait series. Collectors who build complete sets of Australian coins by portrait year or even by era varieties often look to secure high-quality examples of this coin. This means that if you happen to have a 1986 50-cent coin in mint condition, you could be sitting on something far more valuable than loose change. Coin errors are another exciting aspect that can boost the value of a 1986 50-cent coin dramatically. While not as common, minting errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped plankets, or die cracks can easily transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Such error coins can sell for hundreds of dollars depending on severity and uniqueness. This is why checking your old coins carefully is essential. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare minting mistake that elevates the worth of your 1986 50-cent piece. Now let's touch on condition and grading. Collectors often use the Sheldon scale ranging from poor P1 to mint state, MS70, to assess the quality of a coin. A circulated 1986 50-cent coin with heavy wear may only be worth its face value, but coins in about uncirculated AU or uncirculated UNC condition can significantly rise in price. A coin graded MS60 means it has no wear but may have some minor marks, while coins graded MS65 and above have outstanding eye appeal with strong luster and minimal imperfections. Proof strikes produced with polished dies and blanks display a mirror-like finish and are the pinnacle of collectible condition. If you're holding onto a 1986 Australian 50-cent coin, the first step is to check its condition. If it's worn, it's likely worth around 50 cents to $1. But if it's uncirculated, kept safe in a mint set, or even better, if it's a proof strike, then its value could range anywhere from a few dollars to upwards of $50 depending on the market, and if it happens to be a rare error coin, you could be looking at a much higher price tag. This is why it's so important to stay informed, research your coins, and consider professional grading if you believe you have a top quality piece. If you're passionate about learning the real value of coins in your pocket or in your collection, subscribing to this channel ensures you never miss out on valuable tips, in-depth coin histories, and updates on which coins are fetching the biggest money today. Every week we upload detailed guides just like this one covering Australian decimal coins, pre-decimal coins, and even world currency. So hit that subscribe button, like this video if you found it helpful, and leave us a comment below telling us if you've ever found a 1986 50-cent coin in your change. Who knows, that coin could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching.